All right, here I am reporting another week. I'm down now in Caersaveen. So I was in Cork for about a week, and now I'm in Caersaveen, Ireland. It's really pretty here. I'm just here for a night before I go out to Port Magee, which is where I hope to catch a boat to go out to Skellig, Michael Island. So last week I felt sick. My throat actually does. Today's the first day in about a week that my throat's been pretty good. But it was like super. I didn't know if it was like because I felt sick for a couple days and the throat was really swelled. I didn't know, like, sometimes you get sick, you get like swollen glands and it's hard to swallow. So it really hurt. It was like painful and really frustrating for a few days. Then I was feeling sick and not sleeping, and so this trip has been a little bit tough in that sense that I haven't really felt very healthy. This is the first week in 2 years that I didn't send out, every Monday I send out my invoices to clients for the work over the previous week, and this week I didn't. I like let it slip to Tuesday, which happens every now and then it like slipped to Wednesday, and I was just like, fuck it, like I'll just send it the next week and include 2 weeks. So that's kind of an indicator that it was like that. My hair looks great in this footage here. So this week was good in a lot of ways because I spent a lot of time with some folks from Mind Freedom Ireland, and I was a guest in their home, and I really loved hanging out with them. It was a little tough because I was feeling kind of sick, and I felt really like uneasy because I wasn't getting work done because I have some work for clients to do, but I also I have a lot of projects that are more passion projects. Like I have my book that my editor went through my book, and now it's like on me to now go through and make all those changes. I've got these videos I'm trying to make for the Peer Unschooling Network that I want to put out to teach the kids how to modify the website and get that up and going because it feels like it's like just sitting there. And then, with Mind Freedom, who is a client, actually, that's a passion project, but they are like a client, they're paying me. I've got a bunch of scripts that I got to work. So it's like all this stuff that I just feel like I'm not getting done. And it's making me feel like kind of uneasy because on the one hand, like it's nice, I'm enjoying myself, I'm seeing things, but I'm not like totally present in that joy because my mind is thinking, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing this. And so it's tough. Like I described it to somebody the other day as it's like I feel like I'm in a good place where there was a little while where I was like really intense in life and like everything needed to be perfect and needed to be the best in it, and it was like pushing everything to the extreme and to the max, and I'm not really there, and I found that's not like healthy. And there's the other side of me that kind of thinks, well, like nothing I do will ever be remembered, and it's all meaningless in a way, and everything will work out, and the universe is a beautiful place, and chill out, it's all good, everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, don't stress over it, which suggests almost that I could just like sit under a tree and meditate. And then I usually actually land in the middle, where it's like a blend where I enjoy myself quite a bit doing things that I enjoy, and I work, and it all works out. So in the end, the result is good. Like I'm happy with like where the result lands. But I wish that in order to get to that result, I wasn't being like torn apart in two directions. I wish that I could just naturally float into that middle path instead of it feeling like I've got a tug of war going on. So I'm thinking like maybe with enough time, I won't be, as I see things working out, I'll be like reassured, and I won't, it'll maybe more comfortably land in there. And then, I was thinking about these videos and like how long will I make them? And I don't feel like, I don't feel like the story is quite yet done. While I'm out here now, I'm having a terrible time sleeping. I'm not really working much. And I think, honestly, a lot of this is like coming off these medications. Not to say like, oh, I need to be on the medications. This is evidence that I should be on them. But that, withdrawing off them is like causing a lot of sleep issues, which is, I think the sleep issues are what's causing me to get sick and all that. So I feel like the story isn't quite yet finished being told, so it makes sense to keep making these videos for a little bit. And I was thinking of a woman that I guess I helped in a way, who's trapped in a psych hospital where they're forcing meds on her in Connecticut. And I went to her hearing, I don't know, a month or two ago, and they I guess sort of lifted her forced drugging off of her. But But what happened was, once they did that, they took her off the medications cold turkey. And, I think we were like too excited and happy about the fact that we sort of somewhat won, I guess you could say, the case in a way. It's a little more complicated than that, but for simplicity, you could say they were forcing drugs on her. Then they said, okay, we won't do that. And so they stopped cold turkey, and it caused her to have a lot of issues, which is now them saying, oh, well, we got to put you back on drugs. And so, it's a long process of going off these things, and I'm still not quite there yet. Another thing that went on, I gave that speech at the protest a couple months ago. Now there's been, I posted it on Facebook. So I kind of wanted to share it with people. And, I don't know, the girl that interrupted me, she jumped into the Facebook thread talking about it. And then there's, all this commotion. Some other people, and, her, people calling me, an abuser and self-absorbed, loudmouthed white man talking. It hurts to be called things like that, especially without fully knowing exactly what I've done wrong. In making these videos, it's make me some loudmouth person, because I feel for some reason there's some value in sharing with the whole world, I guess. Not that the whole world watches it, but posting something to the internet is kind of sharing with the whole world, right? I don't know, so it was really hurtful, and trying to figure out, how do I navigate that? How do I either build thick skin so that it doesn't bother me, or learn from it, so that if I'm not doing anything wrong and people are upset, I need to build a mechanism to protect myself so I'm not harmed by their words. But if I am doing something wrong, I want to be receptive to it and learn from it and adapt. And I don't know, I didn't feel like the people that were criticizing me really wanted to give me their explanation. I even said tell me what I'm doing wrong. And, the guy's I'm not here to give you an education. So it was tough, it was stressful, and even some other people that were friends with me jumped into it, and I felt bad that those people were dragged into this drama. And I didn't want to censor, I didn't want to delete it. I wanted it to play out, and hopefully something good would come from it. But that was kind of stressful. And and it's been good to be here in Ireland. I met some people involved in the movement out here, and that's kind of inspiring. And meeting Mary Maddock and Jim Maddock, who have done a lot of work out here, is really inspiring. And I've been reading their book, and it's been good to be out here. And now I'm going to try to go to Skellig Michael Island. The weather's not great, and I guess the boats don't run if the weather's not good. They're also booked all the way till September. So this will be a good example of just winging it and hoping for the best, and let the cards fall as they may. I trust I'll end up on the island. I suppose if I don't, then it wasn't meant to be, but probably will.